Euro 88. Houghton, Whelan, Mick Byrne saying,
"We'll do them for you today."
We know the ins and outs of that year's European Championships better than most of our own significant life events. But does that mean we're not going to take another trip down memory lane? Absolutely not. June 1988. Ireland are in their first major tournament, and their first game is against England, who, would you believe, were pretty high on confidence.
I knew Waddler and Peter personally because I played in the Newcastle side with them. And speaking to them before the game, you felt there was a real air of confidence about them, that they felt that, you know, it was a formality, that it was, you know, yeah, okay, we're better, we know we're better than you. You know, I don't think it went down too well. We looked at it and went, well, we'll find out. You know, we'll see how good you actually are.
Only once in the previous 9 meetings between these sides have the Republic of Ireland been successful. It was a long time ago in 1949.
Ray Houghton's goal, you know, it kick-started everything.
Wright had gone right across to collect, and Sansom struggling. And Ray Houghton! Magic moments.
I just remember the reaction on the bench. I mean, everybody just jumped. And I remember Jack cracking his head and everybody just laughing at that as well. There seemed to be a stunned silence for a second, and then the realisation that we'd actually put the ball in the back of the net and we'd gone and scored a goal. It was incredible. The noise, the place, the roof just came off the place. It just erupted.
Well, Jack Charlton, a marvellous result for the Republic, but I wonder if you have slight mixed feelings as a World Cup winner with England in '66.
No, I've no mixed feelings at all. It was a very long, hard game to watch for us when we scored as early as that and had to hang on to a goal as long as that we did. And it makes it a long, long game.
Sing-songs long into the night, everybody involved, plenty of grub. You wouldn't have thought that it was an international team that was there, and the way that it was. He had a great way about him.
But the sense of achievement must be considerable.
No, we've achieved nothing yet. We beat the English, which will probably satisfy everybody in Ireland. And, you know, if we didn't win another game, we beat the English. That's the end of it. That's great.
After that England game, everyone agreed that Ray Houghton's was the greatest goal Ireland had ever scored at a major tournament. It might have been the only goal that Ireland had ever scored at a major tournament at that point, but everyone knew it was not going to be topped. That was, of course, until Ronnie Whelan came along 3 days later and said, "Hold my beer."
Ronnie's finish against the Russians was, in my opinion, probably the greatest Irish goal ever scored. The technique to it was brilliant. You know, people will have different views on it, of course they will, but in my opinion, it's number one. I didn't think Ronnie could get that high. I expected his hamstring to snap. I mean, it was incredible. You know, but it was just instinctive. You know, it was an instinctive reaction.
Since '88, all I'm hearing is Sheila.
I like to believe you had such talent, Ronnie, that you were intending to hit it off your shin because it gave it extra power.
No, I knew if I cut it right off my shin, it would loop over the goalkeeper. I knew what I was doing.
After the Russia game, there was a sort of realisation that, hang on a second, you know, we're 90 minutes away here from what could be something really, really special. And all of a sudden it started to dawn on people that we could actually do something very, very special. As I say, that realisation of what could be started to sink in, and everybody thought, oh dear, we've got to, you know, we've got to do things properly.
3 days later, the Dutch were on the verge of being knocked out, and Ireland around 10 minutes away from being European semi-finalists. But the pesky Wim Kieft came off the bench to become the first in a long line of cult footballing figures who have caused plenty of Irish tournament heartbreak down through the years. Some even say his header is still bobbling in the penalty area in Gelsenkirchen to this very day.
To get as close as we did time-wise as well, when the goal coming so late on, and then the manner of the goal, and the flukiness of it to a degree. Disappointing is probably the wrong word, because a lot of people didn't think that we could get as close as we did, but it was frustrating in the end.
Having drawn with the Soviet Union and narrowly beaten by the Dutch, seeing that exact pairing in the final was salt in the wound.
It was a bit surreal watching both of them, because, as I said earlier, you looked at it and thought how close we came to being actually there.
It would take Ireland another 24 years to get back to the Euros, But on the World Cup front, a glorious decade was about to come into view. Before all of that, though, there was a Euro 88 homecoming to be had.
It's something that will live with me till my dying days, really. A little bit like, as I say, walking out at Stuttgart that day. That's something that will never go away, and it's a visage that's always there. It's something that I'll always look back on with a smile on my face. And I think the Irish supporters that were there at that competition did the country proud, they did everybody proud, and they most definitely did the team proud.